Um, Welcome back to yet another video brought to you by Clayton Coding, and this is my fourth experiment in Java. As you see the title out here, Java Android Studio, and what I'll be doing today is utilizing the database manager, that is Android's version of the SQLite database manager for conducting operations related to the databases. Um, the standard one provided to us by Android. It's like default, and we can use this database and multiple instances of it to store various values of your contacts, or even in extreme basic cases, simple tasks such as going back to the previous activity, and all that stuff can be stored in databases. So from logins to that, everything. Okay, so moving into the main activity, we have um, we have something like this, wherein like we are mapping different edit texts. We have different text views buttons, and we have the database helper object. That is the database helper class here. Let's go to that. In this, what we have is yeah. So one thing important out to note over here is the version. The version is normally a standard that is maintained across all of the activities. The standard version is maintained. And what we have over here is certain overridden methods, that is on create and on upgrade. On create will basically detect if there was already an existing, sorry, on create, what it does is it creates the new table and all that. And on upgrade, what it does is if there was already the existing version of it and you want to upgrade the table, so it drops the previous version and then it creates it again. Yeah, so that's what basically happens. For saving the data, what do we do is um yeah so we use the content values class object to save the save the data in different columns out, as you can see over here. And yeah, that returns a long class. And what we use out here for viewing everything, what I'm using is a select command, and we're using a cursor object. So cursor object, basically it drags the cursor. It drags the cursor right to the start of your database, right to the top of your database, and then we scroll until the end of it and retrieve as per what has been commanded. So like over here, we have commanded that we want everything from users, like star from users. So it goes from the start of your database right to the end. That's what your cursor does. Like how you have this cursor out here, it can go from top to bottom, that kind of thing. And so on and so forth. Moving on, I made a simple user class out here, and yeah, I'll just show you the layout, what it looks like. This is my main XML layout, something like this. Okay, and on clicking this, it should get saved in the database and get loaded later. It should check and get loaded later. And that can, so signing up also, what signing up does is basically it saves. So as you can see out here, I've used the alert dialog class object also, so as to create an alert that a particular person has been saved. So a particular person's detail has been saved, like successful sign up, and if not, I've posted out not successful. Okay. And what this does is it, as I told you earlier, the cursor object, you can use that to traverse the end of the database and check if this particular person's data exists in the database or not. If it doesn't exist, it will not basically go to the next class, that is activity 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, activity 2. Perfect. Activity 2 is basically it. What I've done for activity 2 is, as you see out here, I've used intents. So I've used intents. Um, oh, just a second. Yeah, I've used intents basically to log out from here. And I've used shared preferences to get user preference when I'm going to the next activity. So if I want to save certain data, for example, this person's preferences of color, I can save that audio. And that's about it for this video. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.